Hey there, fight fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Ranch Boxing Podcast, UFC edition, Adog's Picks. And this is a special show, as you can see from the change of venue behind me. But before we get into all that and get into why this card is so special, let's say what's up to our resident expert, our secretary of UFC or secretary of MMA, Adog, coming straight from Cali. What's up, man?
Good evening, America. I was wondering that backdrop. I was wondering if you changed out your ranch boxing background, man. Where are you at, man? That looks amazing.
No, man, yeah. So we're on vacation, man. Took the fam, and I was thinking so UFC 250 is going on. That's what we're gonna do today. UFC 250, and I'm thinking, what's more American for this is the 250th birthday of the United States of America. What's more American than going to Mexico for vacation?
There you go.
And we'll be back in time to see UFC 250, man. But here it is, man. It's finally here. UFC Freedom 250. It was a myth. It was in the air. A lot of speculation going on whether this could be pulled off or not. It seems so far like this is going to happen. Now, there are some obstacles. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. but let's act like this is just a great card, though. Seven fights, star-studded lineup on Paramount Plus, live from the White House. I think Dana White listened to a lot of Too Short, man. You gotta get your dollars up. Meet me at the White House. That's what he said, man.
I love it.
Yeah. He must be a Too Short fan because that's what he did, man. He did it with his whole life. Okay, man. Enough of that. Let's get into. Let me do this roll call real quick here. So, like I said, Freedom 250. From Washington, the White House, the main event, the lightweight champion Ilia Topuria taking on the interim champion Justin Gaethje in the main event. And this may as well be for the heavyweight title, but for right now, it still is the heavyweight interim title. Alex Pereira taking on Ciryl Gane for the 100th time, trying to get the belt. Second time, he actually was the interim champion for once. Bantamweight bout number 3, Sean O'Malley taking on Amin Zahabi, number 6. And then heavyweight bout number 5, Josh Hokett taking on number 9, Derek Lewis. In a lightweight bout number 9, Mauricio Hufi taking on number 13, Michael Chandler. Is it middleweight? It says medium weight. Weird.
For the Bo Nickel, middleweight, right. 185.
Yeah, it says bout medium weight. Okay, you know what? I think this is being translated from
Peso
Spanish.
medio. Peso medio.
Yeah. I think it's being translated. All right, so middleweight bout, Bo Nickel taking on Kyle Dawkins, and start up the night. Number 2, Diego Lopez taking on number 9, Steve Garcia, featherweight bout. All right, man. No prelims, no nothing. Let's get started here, man. The first fight of the night, number 2 featherweight bout, Diego Lopez taking on Steve Garcia, man. I'll be honest, man. Steve Garcia, I looked over. He's got a lot of fights, man. A lot of resume, but just not a lot of high profile things going on, man. How do you see this fight going? Seems a little weird.
Hit it right on the head, man. This guy's gone under the radar. I know Steve Garcia. I remember his. I've watched his fights. He's got some big names on him. He's 34. He is the older fighter. It's hard to believe. I believe he does have less miles to the Diego Lopez is 31, but a couple of names under Steve Garcia's fight resume, coming off a big knockout over David Onama, someone that's well known, beat Calvin Kattar, and he actually KO'd Melky Costa, and one last one, a big name. Your boy Chase Hooper has been a victim of this guy. Yep. So the UFC knew what they were doing. They know what kind of guy this is, especially to start him off. This thing is star-studded, but they know that this card, they got to start it out right. Steve Garcia and Diego Lopez is a perfect fight for me. As you see it, Diego Lopez, more recognized, 27-8. He's coming in as a minus 160 favorite, as should be. He's a 2-time former title challenger. Got some big names under his resume, and Brian Ortega, Dan Ige. It's a great fight, great featherweight fight. Let the small guy start it out. With this one, classic BJJ, slash striker against Steve Garcia, who's a striker. On this one, man, it was back and forth, but I'm going to start the night hot. I'm taking the underdog at plus 135.
Oh,
Steve Garcia to put up his name and take out the number 2 ranked fighter in the featherweight division, and maybe cementing his name for the next title shot. Who knows what Volkanovski has planned, but this guy's going to make a statement. And too many miles from me on Diego Lopez. I just see him going on the downslope of his career when he's fighting these big guys. Not saying he won't win any more fights, but Steve Garcia's up and coming, right at 34 in his prime. I'm taking Steve Garcia as a slight upset to beat Diego Lopez in a hard 3-round fight.
all right. So what I'm hearing is that Diego Lopez at 31, you think he has more miles than Steve Garcia at 34? That's what you're saying. That's what you think?
100%. These last few fights, you know, and I think you see how close he got to when he fought Volk the first time. I don't know if
Right.
Volk adjusts. Volk is a champion of champions. He adjusts. Once he gets a chance to see you twice, he's going to make adjustments. We saw the difference in that second fight from that first fight. Diego Lopez, that John Silva fight may have been short, but it was rough on him too. So that first Volkanovski fight was rough as well on him. It was a hard fight match. You got kind of schooled in that last fight. So I just see him still being a great fighter, top fighter, but I just think he's on the downslope and so many tough fights and continuing this buzzsaw. I just think Steve Garcia's just on a tear, man. This guy's 8-2 in the UFC. This is his 11th fight. I just see him being ready for this and just on the right track on that. I think it's just his time now.
Okay. That's interesting, man, because Diego Lopez, 2 times title challenger. The first time, very close. Second time, Volk made maybe Volk was better rested. Who knows what was going on? But Diego didn't make a greater showing as he did the first time against Volkanovski. Other than that, the John Silva fight, he made a great showing. Volk's he's a crazy level even at this latter part of his career. So, I mean, I'm not super familiar with Steve Garcia. I did see his resume, man. It is impressive, but this is at 31 for Diego Lopez. I still think he might still be able to edge people not named Volkanovski. So Steve Garcia, the American in this, I'm going to start off the Americans with a loss, man. I'm going to start them off with a loss on this one. And I think Brazil's going to start the night. That's a tough assignment for Steve Garcia to start off the night at the Dana Whitehouse card against someone like Diego Lopez. And Diego Lopez is the favorite. I'm thinking he has to be because of his resume. I can see what you're saying about Steve Garcia. And maybe if I had seen him fight a little bit more, maybe I would think that way. But right now I'm going to stick with the favorite. I'm going to go with Diego Lopez.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. All right, man. Well, guaranteed an American's going to win the next fight. Or then again, it could be a draw. Middleweight bout, Bo Nickel taking on Kyle Dawkins. This is an interesting one, man. This is an interesting bout. How do you see things going here, man? Dawkins, a little under the radar. He's a little stealth. He's like the F-22, man. He's stealth. What's going on in this one?
I love it, man. Not a big name unless you watch the UFC and you've watched it in the prior years. I love the UFC's going this way, man. With Steve Garcia, not so known, under the radar. Another fighter, Kyle Dawkins, a great fighter, but if you mention him, a lot of people won't know him. Going against a highly touted, well-known, you say Bo Nickel, everyone knows. Penn State, this guy's well-known. He's 8-1. Obviously, got a couple of names. Me and you went back and forth with that fight with Bo Nickel, how it was kind of given to him. It kind of felt like Rodolfo was just waiting to get KO'd on his last fight. It was kind of weird. I don't know what you were saying about the boxing. He was just kind of I don't really remember, but I just remember Bo Nickel waiting. It felt like he was just waiting for his the perfect timing, and it was kind of written to me the way Rodolfo got finished in that fight. Obviously, he lost to RDR, a great fighter. So on the Kyle Dawkins side, man, this guy is in the second stint of the UFC. When he got let go from the UFC that first time, he's gone on a 6-0 win streak. He's 2-0 in the UFC coming back. So he won 4 fights out of the UFC, which included a regional championship, which he defended. Got back in. He's subbed a black belt in Jared Mershart, and then he knocked out Michel Pereira, who's known as a pretty good striker, really awkward striker. So this guy's subbing black belts and knocking out strikers. This guy's totally revamped. I love him, man, and I just don't see how this guy is put at a plus 280 going into this fight. Bo Nickel is known, but I'm going to keep it going, man. I'm going with Kyle Dawkins as my second underdog by a second round stop.
All right, man. All right, yeah, I hear what you're saying, man, and I have seen Kyle Dawkins before he left, before he was cut and left and then came back. I remember when he fought against Kevin Holland, I know that there was some controversy with that fight, but his performance was really good. This was back when Kevin Holland was top notch and highly touted as well. Dawkins is a pretty heavy underdog in this one, and I'm not sure I really understand that. Now let's talk about Bo Nickel a little bit, man. Yeah, that last one, Rodolfo Vieira. I'm not saying that there was anything going on, man, but it looked like does the guy block? Does he move his head? It just seemed like that guy was tailor made for Bo Nickel to have some sort of striking victory, and so and I don't know what was going on. I'm not saying shenanigans were up, but come on, man, like move your head. Have you ever taken a boxing class? Have you taken any kind of striking class? Move that head, and he just didn't do it. Kyle Dawkins is not going to be that way. He's not going to serve it up. Dawkins is a very good fighter, man. He knows what he's doing in there, and I think he's had a resurgence, and he's still pretty young. What is he, 31, right?
33.
33, okay, at 33.
Yeah.
But he hasn't had like really, really tough competition. Now, you can say he hasn't had tough competition, so he hasn't really proven himself yet. But then again, who exactly is Bo Nickel? He got beat down. Like, it's not that he lost barely or lost to RDR. He got destroyed. He got smoked inside the first and almost kind of like flattened him a bit. And that would be fine if RDR turned out to be who we thought he was gonna be after that fight. But after that, RDR had some trouble too. So maybe RDR is not as good as we thought he was after that. After that flattening of Bo Nickel. I don't know what Bo Nickel's gonna do. He better go in there and wrestle, because we know that the wrestling can get it done. I hope he doesn't go out there and start thinking he could do to Rodolfo Vieira to Kyle Dawkins.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens, man. And it's been quite a while since that Vieira fight. Bo Nickel's on his pedestal. He should be fighting all the time if they're going to give him guys like Rodolfo Vieira, but he hasn't. Now he's in deep with Kyle Dawkins, and this is the real fight, man. This is the feeling I got when RDR went up against Bo Nickel, and I remember telling one of my friends, like, hey man, like RDR's no joke. This guy fought and won. He's tough. And I don't know if Bo Nickel's ready for that. And I see the same thing here. I'm going to agree with you, man. I'm going to take the underdog here. Huge underdog. Unbelievable. I can see him being the underdog, but not at the way they have him here. I'm going to go with Kyle Dawkins as well. I think he's going to tough it out. He won't put it on Bo Nickel like RDR did, but I think he's going to tough it out. And he knows that this is a huge platform, and he could really step into the spotlight with a victory over Bo Nickel at the White House.
Oh, 100%, man. Going 3-0 on your second stint over Bo Nickel, he can. It'll jump him up as much as it'll bring Bo Nickel down. Bo Nickel loses this fight, man. There's a lot to be said about that, and where does he go from there, man? Because they're talking about that. I saw in an interview that Bo Nickel should call out the champ after this, and it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous how much credit this guy. He's a great wrestler, but he hasn't done nothing in the UFC. And how you should, you need to call out a top 20 guy after or something, man. You're lucky to get Kyle Dawkins, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
He can call out Sean Strickland all he wants, man. There's other people waiting in line, man. The middleweight division, they've got people waiting, man. If it's not Chimaev, there's plenty of other people there. I mean, I can't imagine. I couldn't imagine Bo Nickel versus someone like RDR. I mean, not RDR, but Dracus du Plessis, DDP. I mean, I think he would just destroy him, man.
Even a Joe
That's
Piper or someone. Piper 70s though. No, Ray Piper's 85. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I,
It'd be crazy.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like people
Yeah.
like that. But like DDP is really good, and the
Oh
way he
yeah.
handles, what's Bo Nickel going to wrestling? Okay, yeah, I think
Yes.
DDP would handle that. But that we're talking like non-champions, and you can call it Strickland all day, but it's not. Whatever, man. He's got to worry about Kyle Dawkins, and
Yeah.
that's a tough order. Bo Nickel wins. That's a good win. So I'm not
That's a
gonna.
good one.
I'm not talking crap. So it's like Bo Nickel wins. He wins impressively. That's a good win against Kyle Dawkins. Kyle
Yeah.
Dawkins is a real deal, real fighter.
Yes.
All right, man. Let's move forward, shall we? Here, lightweight bout, man. You know what, man? I feel bad. I feel a little bad, man. The American in this one. This is like the massacre or the sacrificial lamb, and I feel bad. I want to say this against Michael Chandler because he seems like a really nice guy. I don't know him, but he's a friend of the show. I feel kind of bad that this is happening. Freedom 250, and what I see happening, it's bad, man. All you on the same wavelength here? Mauricio Hufi, number 9, number 13, Michael Chandler.
I feel it, man. Maybe even more, man. This guy is, being sent to war with no bullets. Okay,
Right.
it's been a while. Michael Chandler, he fought Patty the last one, but he's been inactive. I'm sure he's been waiting for that Connor. It's probably finally set in. He's not gonna get the fight, but it finally set in. I'm sure a year maybe ago that he didn't get it. This guy burst onto the scenes after he smoked Dan Hooker. It was just
good win.
We just thought, it was a great win. We thought, immediate title shot after that. And ever since then, the only guy this guy's beat is Tony Ferguson. This guy's lost to Patty, Charles twice, Dustin. Mauricio Hufi on the other side, man, 13-2, young lion, 29 years old. This guy's only he's 4-1 in the UFC, only lost to BSD. We see where BSD is at now, man. He's made his resurgence, got back in line after that tough loss to Manny Moicano with that, that stoppage, which, I'm sure everyone thinks he should have beat Manny Moicano, but it is what it is. He's back on the win track, and this is the only guy he's lost to. This guy's knocked out Fazeev. This guy's knocked out King Green. So in this one, you're right, man.
Yeah. The way he knocked, oh my goodness.
These guys are nasty. These guys, the fighting nerds seem to be getting back on track. Yeah, I'm taking this guy in the second round, like you say, massacre. And there's no chance for Michael Chandler. And I just feel bad for, this guy is nice. This guy's adopting kids, and they're just throwing him out to the killer, man. So, but unfortunately, I'm taking Mauricio Hufi and by a second round stoppage, man.
Yeah, I have to agree with that for sure, man. The odds are they're really stacked against Michael Chandler. I have a -700 for Hufi, plus 500 for Chandler, man. It's insane. And Mauricio Hufi, he did lose to Benoit Saint Denis, but you know what? Like it was his first fight. Maybe he was, who knows what's going on. I think he got stopped or something like that. It was kind of I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know Mauricio Hufi was supposed to be really good. Benoit Saint Denis seemed to not make him not look so good, but then he did come back and fought some in his following fights. Did really well. He looks the part now that he should have been. You can always lose to somebody that you probably should have been. And Benoit Saint Denis is very good, but who knows, man? If it wasn't his first fight, maybe he was a little bit more experienced in the UFC. That probably would have been. It does happen. It does happen. It's got to be. It's got to be a miracle if Michael Chandler gets out of this fight without getting, iced. He's gonna get starched. It's gonna be, and I don't think it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be like.
It's gonna be ugly.
Horrible, man.
It's gonna be ugly.
It's gonna be ugly. I feel bad, man, because Chandler didn't get the fight. He wanted the Connor fight, didn't happen. That's going to Holloway. And this is what you get. Like, that's your gift. You wanted the Connor fight. you waited for a long time. Oh, guess what? Someone else gets it, but you get Mauricio Hufi. Holy
Yeah,
crap, man! That's a rough one, man. Like, just getting
that
thrown
is
to the
rough.
wolves. So I see it exactly as you. I just, Michael Chandler makes it to the end. That's a win pretty much for me, man. I feel
Yeah,
bad, but
yeah,
you know, Viva USA, man. Viva USA. Either way,
yeah.
he's American. He's at
Christ.
the White House card, man. He's already a winner.
Yes, exactly,
Man.
exactly.
Yeah, he's already, man. It's that's a win. Good for
Yeah,
him. Oh, let's move forward here. To this is like our not a feature, but kind of like a novelty fight of the night, man. Hopefully, no one, it doesn't make Americans look too bad because we got two Americans here, man. Two red-blooded Americans here that are gonna bring it. It's gonna be great. Number 5, the out of nowhere, no one knew who he was, but the surprise hit of the season of the year in a heavyweight bout, Josh Hokett taking on the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, man, number 9, man. This is a fun fight, man. And Hokett up to his shenanigans. They probably told him to tamp it down a little bit. What do you see in this one, man? What's gonna happen?
oh, we're lucky to get this fight added, man. At a month or a month and a half out. I love it, man. I love it. Two characters. I'm glad. I don't
Right.
know if you heard all that hoopla that these two weren't going to be allowed at the presser this week, and then it went back that they are
Okay.
allowed, and it was back and forth,
Okay.
man. But right now it's on. Josh Hokett, I don't even think he knows what he's going to say. He seems he knows he seems he's got it written down, and this guy's writing his stuff before. But honestly, man, I think this guy is just going off the top of his head because he's saying anything and everything, and I'm here for it, man. I love this. This guy's made me a fan. I had him. I didn't pick him against Curtis Blades, man. I just didn't see
Oh, no.
someone of his caliber. I just he just proved to me he's gonna have to lose to not be on his bandwagon, man, because I love this guy. He plays the part. He's in the division that needs it. And who else to do it against but Derek Lewis, who has probably a couple more fights left because maybe one or two, maybe his last one. Who knows, man? He's 41.
Yeah.
He's 41 years old. He's the
Right.
knockout king. We saw what happened against Waldo Acosta. It's questionable that he might have quit on himself. People are saying, I believe he quit on himself. Who knows what happened during training camp or how he was feeling, but to me, he kind of took a knee, let Waldo Acosta finish him. It's just hard to say. Derek Lewis has been there 100 times, man. It's hard to say that he's going to quit, but that's what it just looked like. He kind of gave up or just didn't want to keep going. But at 29-13, he's still dangerous, man. The thing that concerns me in this one, Josh Hokett has a 5.5-inch reach disadvantage. Hokett has some really short. They're the same. They're the same height. I believe maybe Derek Lewis is 1 inch taller, but he's got a 5.5-inch reach advantage over Hokett. Hokett has those really short arms, so that may cause trouble when trying to shoot in for those takedowns. I don't see Hokett. I could, I don't know this guy from Mother Teresa. This guy may decide to stand and bang with Derek Lewis, but I don't think that's the route he's going to take. So I'm interested in seeing how he's going to cover that distance with those short arms to take out Derek Lewis's legs, because we all know that Derek Lewis is not even an average wrestler. His takedown defense is subpar. That's how he's lost. When he fought DC for the belt, he got taken down instantly. So in this one, though, with all that said, the short arms, the crazy antics, I'm going to still take Josh Hokett, winning by pure grit. I think he's going to take some shots. We know we could take some shots. Who knows what effects he still feels from the Curtis Blades fight, because it's a fast turnaround for an intense fight like that. But with this, I see him taking him down. I see him overwhelming him. We know Josh Hokett's not going to get tired, and I just see him ground and pounding him in the second or third round. And just winning by just having better cardio and just Derek Lewis not being able to get up and having any takedown defense or any being able to stand up.
Right. All right, man. So all of that, what you just said, I almost disagree with all of it.
Nice.
Josh Hockett is a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler. I guarantee he isn't gonna wrestle at all. He's not even thinking about it, man. This is the Dana White House card, man. This is a huge stage. This guy was put on this card to entertain. He's an entertainer. He was specifically put on this card after the Blades fight. This dude he's not thinking tactics. He's thinking, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do exactly what I did last time. I'm gonna bang, and I'm gonna bang with one of the biggest bangers in the heavyweight division, probably of all time in the UFC. Doesn't matter if Derek Lewis is old or young, he's gonna do it. He's gonna go out there and say, I knocked out Derek Lewis doing his thing. I don't even think he's thinking about wrestling. I think he's gonna go out there and he's gonna entertain, man. This is a circus. This is a circus fight, and that's what he's gonna do, man. I get if he goes out there and wrestles, people are gonna be like, "This sucks. What's going on?" I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna try to bang, and if he can get Lewis out of the first round, he's probably gonna win. Now, what is Derek Lewis gonna do? Does he have that timing left to land that big punch? I think he has the power. I'm not sure he has the timing, and I don't know if he has the reflexes to get away because Hockett can hit, and Derek Lewis has been knocked out before. But I think this is going to be a circus. It's going to be, as long as it lasts, it's going to be a circus. And it's either going to be Derek Lewis losing in the first round, or it's going to be Josh Hockett losing in the first round. And I see a knockout in the first round coming.
Wow.
It's not going to be a long. Don't blink. Don't go to the kitchen. So because Hockett is only coming in to bang, and I think Derek Lewis knows that. I think Derek Lewis will be able. He got hit. Hockett got hit a lot against Blades, and if Blades had the type of punch that Derek Lewis had, he may have been knocked out. Maybe Hockett feels like he can take Derek Lewis's punch, and maybe he can after the Blades. After Blades couldn't take him out, after hitting him several times. I'm going Derek Lewis.
Oh,
knockout on the first one. I'm going with the Black Beast. I think he's gonna hit him with something, and Hockett is not. It's just gonna shut him down. I think it's gonna hit the shut off switch, man. And you know what? And I think Hockett is thinking like, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose spectacularly, and it might go that way. That last fight with Blades was a couple months ago, man. It was rough. We'll see. And who knows how he recovered at all. Hopefully Derek Lewis comes in not so much better shape, but better mindset than last time than he was against Mulder Cortez Acosta. So we'll see what happens in this one. I'm gonna go with the Black Beast, man. I think the president loves him. And the whole thing behind that, the whole mystique. I think he's gonna go in there. I think he wants to win in front of and it would be fitting, man. The Black Beast getting down on the ground, doing his little slither with his tongue out in front of the president. I mean, it just sums up America. That's America right there, man. Perfect. I'm going with Derek Lewis, man. It's going to be a good fight, though, for as long as it lasts.
I like it, man. I love it. I love you going against the great because I love how you say it's going to be a circus because, me and you usually agree to fights, but, this is still a business. You know how this guy Josh Hockett, he's one away in a slim heavyweight division to get a title fight. So you're right. Josh Hockett is a wild boy. He's a wild man. He's an entertainer. But in the end, it's still a business. He knows he's one shot away, maybe one fight away from the title shot. So you're right. Who knows how he comes in? If he decides to wrestle, if he decides to stand and bang, I'm hoping he goes in and wrestles because, like you said, I think Derek Lewis has the heavier punching power by far between them and much more than Curtis Blades. So, yeah, I see it. If this guy decides to stand and bang, I see your choice right with Derek Lewis. But I just don't see that Josh Hockett goes that route. And he knows that he's one away from a title fight. And this is still a business, man. You want to entertain, but you still want to be the champion.
I think Josh Hockett might eventually end up getting a title shot, almost no matter what happens. Pereira likes to fight a lot. Josh Hockett is a huge name now, man. No matter what, even if he lost to Derek Lewis, he's gonna continue to be a big name. And everyone knows that he's a much better. He has more facets to his game. than just smashing, but or banging. But and maybe we'll see that later. But until he gets his first loss, I think we're gonna see the character, and good for him because if he came in thinking like a tactician, I bet you we still wouldn't know his name. We wouldn't know who he is
Yeah,
barely. We just say like,
yeah,
oh, I've seen him. But the fact that he's wilding out, he's doing his thing.
yeah,
He's been catapulted, and I think he in a slim division he will eventually see a title shot, especially if, like, whoever, if Pereira is a champion, people would love to see Pereira take him out. If that happens,
yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get,
Got
that's
it.
all in the future. But right now, this guy's living by the seat of his pants, man, and
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I love it. I
All
love it.
right, let's move forward here. Bantamweight bout number 3, Sugar Sean O'Malley taking on Ayman Zahabi, and Ayman Zahabi is a plus
Three.
340 underdog and a minus 450 favorite for O'Malley, man. I'm not really familiar with Zahabi. I have seen him fight, but this was an interesting fight that got made. What do you think about this fight? Why do you think it got made exactly?
Um, he's fought some good names that are like on the decline. Marlon Vera, Jose Aldo, Pedro Munoz. He's beat all these guys. He comes from a big gym, man. He is 38, but he comes from that TriStar gym. I believe a high-profile Canadian fighter. He's 14-2. He's on a 7-fight win streak, man. So this guy hasn't lost in a few years, and I think they just needed to get a Canadian on there. And he's on his way. He's 38, but like I said, he's on a 7-fight win streak. Kind of weird that Sean O'Malley, he got paired up with Sean O'Malley. No one still understands why Sandhagen didn't get this fight, man. I just don't see why.
It's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Why didn't Sandhagen get this fight? Who knows, man? No one really knows. Sandhagen says O'Malley didn't want it. O'Malley says Sandhagen, whatever. Well, this is the fight now. O'Malley is 31. He's still got a great record, 19-3. He's only lost to Marab and that fluke loss to Chito Vera. So this guy's only really lost to one guy who is top notch, one of the pound for pounds.
Right.
Coming off a slow, but at the end, coming in the third round, really turned it up. And I think that's how I see Sean O'Malley taking this fight. But he needs to continue where he ended at in that third round in that Song Yadong fight. He's a very, very slow starter. Zahabi is a fast starter. This guy likes to fight. He's very fast, very fast. And I think that's how he's won this fight. So it's going to be a really interesting fight. If Sean O'Malley decides to kind of like feel this guy out, because those 15 minutes are going to really come quick. And the key to this for me, again, is starting fast, like you finished that third round. And I got this being on a, probably not, I don't want to say the worst fight of the night, but probably the most lethargic fight of the night. And I see Sean O'Malley kind of cruising to a, pitter patter win over Zahabi, 3 rounds. I got it 2-1, 3-0. But I don't see it as I'm not too excited about this fight.
Okay, yeah, man. It is strange that I mean, it would have been crazy to have Sandhagen versus O'Malley on this Dana White House card. It would have been cool because that's what everyone wants to see, and it would have been a spectacular fight. I don't know what's going on. You know what? And I could say like I'm not going to speculate, but I am. I really do think that UFC just doesn't want Sean O'Malley to fight Sandhagen. I think Sandhagen would. I think he's the antidote. I think he would take care of Sean O'Malley at his own game. I think he's long like Sean. I just don't think they want that to happen when everyone says that that's a fight to make, and they're not even champions right now. So that's the fight to make. Why Zahabi? Okay, I know he's got a decent record and stuff like that, but he's not really a name to be put on the White House card. Okay, I guess maybe if you want to do like a USA versus everybody else type thing, you wanted a non-American for an opponent. I get it. Look, man, I don't know a lot about Zahabi. I did see his record. He looks like a decent fighter, but Sean O'Malley, he's only lost to Marab, and when Marab was at his best.
Yeah.
I thought he had a very close fight against Jan. I thought he kind of lost that fight, but look how good, Jan is a champion. He was a
Yes.
champion. He's a champion again. So those are tough guys that he beat Jan. I mean, he ended up winning the fight, but what I'm saying is that he had a tough fight against Jan, and
Yeah.
Jan's really good. He had, he lost twice to Marab. Whatever his last fight against Song Yadong, but. And then Sean O'Malley, when he won the title, he knocked out Aljamain Sterling. And look at Aljamain now, man. He's looking fantastic. He looked good back then. He's looking fantastic again at the higher weight class. So I don't think Sean O'Malley. I think Sean O'Malley, he's still, as much as we're saying, the Sandhagen thing, that's not his fault probably, but he's still a very good fighter. And I don't think Zahabi's gonna be able to get past the striking. This may be tailor made for Sean O'Malley, and he might be looking to impress after that Song Yadong fight. Maybe I think he's going to be able to probably knock out Ayman Zahabi by the third round.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tailor made for me, like you said, tailor made.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, but the thing about it is, when you fight someone like Zahabi, where no one really knows who it is it safer? It's safer than Sandhagen. I'm going to say that. I'll say that. I'm not, no disrespect to Zahabi, but it's safer than Sandhagen.
Yeah.
But if Sean O'Malley lost to Sandhagen, that's one thing. But if he loses to Ayman Zahabi, that could be disastrous for him, and for his brand or his place in the UFC as far as being a marquee name. So we'll see what happens with this, man. Hopefully it pays off, and hopefully we'll get that Sandhagen fight at some point, because I know that I know Sean. All he wants is another title shot. He wants Jan, and we'll see what happens. All right, man. We'll move forward here to our co-main event, but our first title bout, and here we go, man. History here in Washington. History could be made, and it's Alex Pereira in his first fight at heavyweight, moving up from middleweight to light heavyweight. Now he's at heavyweight, looking huge, taking on the veteran title contender, Ciryl Gane, man. Brazil versus France. Interesting fight, man. What's going to happen in this? This is Ciryl Gane doesn't have a great record against people who just moved up to heavyweight out of nowhere and fought for a title. What do you see in this one?
Man, this is a great one. I like it. It's a pick'em fight straight across the board. Right. I love the numbers, man. Let me give you a little numbers on Alex Pereira. This guy started in the UFC 3-1. That was his record coming in 2021. This guy's 13-3 now, and basically has beaten everyone who he's fought. He lost who he's lost to. He beat Adesanya, then lost to him. Then he lost to Magomed, and then beat him. So this guy actually has beat everyone who he's faced. I'm looking at this guy's resume right now. All I see is little title belts next to every single fight. This guy has done something amazing and well-deserved that he gets a title shot right away, man. This guy has been active. This guy has been fighting. This guy doesn't say no. He's a true defending champion. And you don't see that anymore, man. You don't see that. And on the other side, Ciryl Gane, who's on, this guy's fought 5 times since 2022, man. Maybe not by choice, but, he's been kind of in limbo. He just hasn't had the greatest matchups, especially being paired up with Tom Aspinall on the weight game.
Yeah.
And like I said, that whole heavyweight division is it's just something else, man. It needs a shakeup. But I still like it, man. He's still been up there. I feel he's still if it's not Tom Aspinall, then it's Ciryl Gane. He's beaten the guys that are jumbled up there. But in this one, man, I'm back and forth. I love Pereira's whole resume, whole aura. But the big factor for me, man, Alex Pereira got knocked out by a 185-pound Israel Adesanya. Mm-hmm. This guy likes to bang. I think he'll bang. I don't think he's going to try to wrestle, because I feel Ciryl Gane may be the better grappler in this. He's, I know Pereira trains with heavy guys. He's fought, he's moving up. I think he's gained the weight right. But, it's just something else in that heavyweight division when you get hit. So with this one, man, in the pick'em, I'm taking the younger 36-year-old Ciryl Gane to get his second time interim championship and beating Alex Pereira.
All right, man. Yeah, so Pereira is 38. When you said younger, I
Yeah,
was like, oh, wait a minute. So he's 38, man. He's knocking on the door. If he wants to be at 38, you do want to be at heavyweight though. That's the
yeah,
best thing for you. As you get older, you want to be in the heavier weight classes, especially someone like him who's huge.
yeah,
Pereira has done everything, man. I mean, you just went off his crazy resume, things he's done in the UFC, to say nothing of the fact that this guy was a kickboxing champion prior to that. So it's just like what more could this guy do? If he was able to pull this off, it would be all he really needs to do to be probably the greatest fighter of all time. Maybe who I don't know. Maybe he's done so much. Who he would be the middleweight champion. He would be the light heavyweight champion, and then he would end up getting a version of the heavyweight champion. That's crazy.
yeah,
The thing about Ciryl Gane, man, it throws me off. First of all, you got his fingers. The whole Tom Aspinall thing. I
yeah,
don't want this fight to end like that. I hope they really police that. Ciryl Gane, man, you know what? It comes to mind when he had his chance against some, a smaller guy, in John Jones, and John Jones just went in there and like jumped on him and like front guillotined him, and
yeah,
that was it. It was just super fast. And John Jones also went up in weight and was bigger. He looked bigger than Ciryl Gane in the octagon. So what are we gonna see here? I mean, it's probably in Gane's interest to wrestle, but you know, I don't know, man. Alex Pereira he took care of Ankalaev pretty easy the last time. So
yeah,
and he looks huge at this weight class. So what I see, I don't know, man. I see maybe Pereira trying kicks. He was knocked out by Adesanya. Was he knocked out because in a fight he was winning? I
yeah,
mean, 185, that's a hell of a weight cut for him. So who knows what was going on at that point. Either way, man, it's going to be a tough fight. If Pereira sticks to his striking, sticks to kicks, keeps long, I think you'll be able to keep Gane away. But the thing about it is 5 rounds is a long time. That's a long, and Ciryl Gane was looking really good against Tom Aspinall before it got stopped on an eye poke. So hopefully it doesn't end that way. I'm gonna go with Alex Pereira, man. I think he's got one more thing to do, and before he can call it history. I think this is a historical card, and I see history being made in a few ways on this night. I'm gonna take Alex Pereira to be the first 3-time 3-weight division champion of the USC, and it probably couldn't happen to a more talented person.
nice, nice. I
So
love it.
I'm going with Pereira, man. I'm going Pereira in this one, and I know it's a pick and fight.
Yeah,
And then we'll see what happens after this if Ciryl Gane fights Aspinall, because you got to give him a title shot every single time. And we'll see what we'll see what happens. But it's an interesting fight, and I don't know. Pereira's every time you think he's out, I think in big moments, I think he shines, and this is a big moment for him. So we'll
yeah,
see what
man. Yeah,
happens.
yeah. I totally get it.
So here we go. UFC Freedom 250, the main event, 155ers, lightweights doing the main event. We got a Georgian Spaniard is the champion, and Ilia Topuria taking on the interim champion, Justin Gaethje, who, he's done a lot in his career. He's an exciting fighter, but this is a tough, this could be his toughest fight, man. And he's had some losses, and he's had some tough fights, man. But this guy, Topuria, could be one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time. This is a big card, and he's on the main card as the main event. So what do you see in this one, man? What do you see happening in this fight?
Man, it's a great fight. I'm glad Justin got it. I know how much you like Justin Gaethje,
Yeah,
but just the wrong opponent for him, man. Ilia Topuria. I was thinking, everyone's talking about this layoff, and it's been less than a year, man. We saw this guy at International Fight
yeah,
Week last year. It hasn't been that long, man. For he was an active fighter before. Obviously, he didn't want
right.
to take that time off. He's not just laying around. He had some personal stuff going on. I don't think this is the type of guy that doesn't just stop training ever. Just Justin Gaethje, when we watched him on that first Paramount card when he won the belt against Paddy Pimblett, it just, I know that there was rumors of staph. We thought it was staph. You knew it was
Yeah.
staph. You were saying it's staph.
It's
You've
that.
seen it. You've seen it. It's staph. So who knows how that played a part in that fight, because it just looked like Justin Gaethje couldn't find his footing. He was slipping everywhere. It just looked sloppy. And with a guy of this caliber and how hard this man hits, you can't
Right.
leave yourself open one, let alone 5 rounds, 1 second against this guy, man. So I'm gonna go off that, man. Just the way Justin Gaethje fights before, he's a banger. Who knows? He's been fighting this way for 20 plus years. It's hard to
Yeah.
say that he's just gonna finally change and stop and really think about what he's gonna do. This guy's a warrior. He goes out on his shield. I think that's the way it's gonna go, man. I don't see this fight. I think this fight ends in 1 round. It just depends where Ilia wants to take it, how he wants to feel, how he feels back in after a year. But I don't see this fight lasting more than 3 rounds. It all, to me, just he's gonna dictate it. Ilia Topuria, he's gonna end it when he wants to end it. He's gonna put on a show, but I don't see Justin being able to take a solid hit from Ilia Topuria, because we've seen what he's done to people. They have like opponents in Holloway and Oliveira.
Right.
We saw what Holloway and Oliveira did to Gaethje, and we saw what Ilia did to both of those guys. So I'm going by that. Kind of a Michael Chandler, Mauricio Hoofy style fight for me. I just see. I love Justin Gaethje. I've watched him my whole time I've been watching MMA. I just don't see he has nothing for Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, man, it's a tough fight, man. I picked against Justin Gaethje last time against Paddy Pimblett. That was a really tough pick, man. I'm just trying to be real with everything. Justin Gaethje, it's just the way he fights, and the way Paddy Pimblett surprised me. He just didn't look like he did before. Justin Gaethje looked like he was underwater, and so did Paddy Pimblett apparently. And Justin just kept dipping to his right against Paddy Pimblett. I don't how he did not see that. I don't know. I think he was affected by that body shot. Lucky for Justin Gaethje that he got him with a good body shot. It's just not going to happen against Topuria, man. And if it does, Topuria will just probably handle it a little bit better. It's just I don't. Topuria doesn't bang. He strikes. He's super precise. And that's exactly what Justin Gaethje can't. He can't be taking precise hits, man. And they're going to get placed very efficiently. You know what? The only thing if I had to pick anything that would concern me with Topuria, it's not even the time off. I think that's probably going to do him good. What I think is maybe with the circumstances of that, maybe do I think like his divorce will have an effect on him? I almost think it's going to have a positive effect on his fighting. And the only other thing that I can think of maybe might throw Topuria off, maybe, is the fact that the fight is outside.
Yeah.
And there's elements. It might rain, things like that. It might, the heat, maybe the mugginess, maybe maybe. And I don't know this. This is coming out of nowhere. Maybe Topuria is one of those guys that fights really well in like perfect conditions, but when things get thrown a little bit off, then maybe I'm almost grasping at straws here.
I see it, man. Gaethje. I see it. He's more of a I see him as not like a Drago style training regimen inside, man-made, running on a not Justin Gaethje's outside on the track, outside in the elements. Ilia Topuria's inside of a enclosed mansion or wherever he does, inside track. Yeah, I totally see it. That's great.
Yeah. So I mean, if anything, man, if Gaethje has any kind of advantage, it might be that. He's from Safford, Arizona, man. That place is like dusty and just it's pretty gritty over there. And I know Topuria's from Georgia, but he's Spanish as well. He's from Spain, and he looks like he's always been well taken care of and stuff like that. You know, good for him, and he lives that way too. He's very civilized. He's a very civilized guy. He's a killer, but he's like a hitman. But
Yeah.
it's who knows? You know, when you get out there and it's muggy and there's bugs and who knows what else is going to happen out there? I don't know. You know, there's like soldiers around. I don't know, man. It might throw him off a little bit. It's not exactly an arena. That may be the only thing that may give Gaethje some semblance of hope in this, because it's not the fighting style, man. I think he he sets himself up. If he keeps dipping to his right like he did against Paddy Pimblett, he's gonna get caught with a lead
Yeah.
uppercut or something, man, or who knows what's gonna happen. But I gotta agree with you, man. I think Topuria is gonna get to Gaethje. If Gaethje could pull this off, man, like he did last time, and you know, I picked against him last time as well. If he could pull this off and become the lightweight champion at the White House,
Wow.
it would be it'd be something out of a story, man, or something out of
Yeah.
a novel against probably a true killer here, man. Ilia Topuria
Yeah, he's a killer.
is super precise. So we'll see what happens, man. But I'm going with Ilia Topuria. I'll take the favorite. It's just that's really a tough fight. I can't lie to myself and say that Justin Gaethje is going to win. But everyone's got a chance, man. Everyone's got a fighting chance, and I guess he's got the puncher's chance. Or we'll see. I hope him and his trainer came up with something nasty for this one, because they are going to need it. Because everything's pointing to a Topuria onslaught here.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
So that's it, man. That's it for UFC Freedom 250, Topuria versus Gaethje, and the 7 fights there. We spent significant time talking about just 7 fights there. You know, like we were talking about, Matt. So real quick, we're talking about it. There are elements in this. You told me that it's supposed to be hot that day, right? In the 90s.
No. Okay. So it changed. Yeah. In the 90s, it changed.
Okay.
Yesterday, I read the weather, like, you know, on the iPhone, the 10-day app. And it didn't. It showed that Sunday was the only day with sun, but now the only day with sun is Saturday, and it shows a 30% chance of rain on Sunday. With the 92. So it's just gonna be humid, man. So the elements are gonna play a part, you know. But you know, Uncle Dana, he's gonna come up with something, man. You know, this is a bit. He's thought of this. I just don't get how people think that Dana White's gonna do anything this big without thinking about everything, touching every base, you know, every nook, everything. This guy has thought about everything prior to this. He's not going to just put all this, you know, he has to pay for all this. This is coming out of his pocket and all the shareholders. He's not going to just go into this without thinking what could happen. So this guy's got a plan. You know, there's no way this doesn't go on. So I'm just seeing what's going to really happen that day with the weather, and just wait for it, man, because that's an interesting part of the card too to me. I want to see what's going to happen and how they're going to handle those elements, man, because this is high caliber fighting, man. I'd rather see it inside. I love the outside,
right?
But if I had to pick one, man, you know, it's got to be air conditioning. It's got to be inside. There can't be anything else attributing to someone. You know, you just never know what can happen outside. So it's always best for me I like the inside, you know, inside arena.
Yeah, this is an elitist backyard ball. This is like Kimbo Slice for the president type thing going on.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. I agree. Like, I know we're like talking about it, and it's a big, you know, we're talking about it like it's a good thing, and basically they're doing all these, you know, they're doing all this stuff basically to have the White House in the background. That's basically why they're doing it. Is it ideal? I never liked the card. I never liked not the fights. But I never liked the fact that they're doing so much for this. Is it historic? Yeah. Is it a big deal? I think so. I don't even know if any sport has ever been played at the White House. Has a basketball team ever played there? I don't think any sport's ever been there. And so it is historic, and it is a big deal with their special belts and everything like that. But man, there's a price to pay, and these guys are high level fighters, and the fact that they have to kind of like deal with these conditions with their $1 million talents, I think it's kind kind of messed up, but
Yeah.
you know, they wanted on. It is historic. I guess it's a trade-off, but it's I don't think it's very fair to the fighters. Not to say that they're getting taken advantage of. I'm just saying like that's kind of it would be great if this was more ideal conditions. But then again, I guess it wouldn't have that it wouldn't have that novelty of having the White House there. Whatever. It is what it is, man. People they've done this forever. You know, Ali fought Foreman in Kinshasa, Zaire with it raining. The ropes were droopy from the humid. And we saw what happened there, man. Voodoo going on. And so I mean, hey, man, they're saying that Foreman got cursed out there.
That's crazy.
And we saw what happened when Ali took out Foreman at the you know, in Kinshasa, Zaire.
Yeah.
So it could be like that. You know,
Man.
you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch. I don't know. I would change it, but who am I? So I'm gonna watch.
And that's another thing too. Let's talk a little bit about this. I read, and I don't know how serious it is, but I read that like someone was trying to get an injunction through courts to stop. You know what? That would be fitting, man. Every time, like I don't think the government has ever really done anything that I like for me or something that I like. Like finally we get something, and then someone's always trying to kind of stop it, man. And like, are they even thinking about like all the stuff that goes in there, all the fighters too? Like, geez, man, like it's happening. Like, just let it happen. I know it's a little weird. Okay, it's unconventional, but geez, man, like let these guys have their moment too. Like, it's kind of crazy.
It's fine, man. Yeah, it's fine. It's crazy.
People have their little opinions about this stuff. It's just like, dude, like, come on, man. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I think it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, the elements don't. You know, it's a factor, but it's not anything like that's gonna alter.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
I would hate like a slip from humidity.
Yeah,
or, you know, something weird.
Yeah.
How would it be if like some big old mosquito or gnat got in someone's eye or in their that would suck, man.
It could
we'll
happen,
see what
man.
happens, man. But
it could happen.
So it's here, man. UFC Freedom 250. It's on a special day, Sunday, right? It's on Sunday, June 14th.
Yeah.
From the White House. Yeah, from the White House, man. And you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen the stage and all that stuff getting built and all that stuff. It looks crazy, man. It's the first and probably only time this is ever going to happen. So I'm going to enjoy it, man. I'll enjoy the spectacle of it all. So good, man. Only in America. You know what I'm saying? I wish Don King was here. Only in America.
Yeah.
Only in America.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
All right, man. So yeah, I know we didn't talk about a few things, results and stuff like that. We're gonna get to all those results and stuff like, and talk about how UFC is shaping up. This is a special thing, man. UFC Freedom 250, 250 years for the USA, man. Straight from Mexico, right here. Mexico in the background. Viva USA. Viva los Estados Unidos. All right, let's do this. It's gonna be quite the show, man. All right, guys. All right. So thanks for watching.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I can't hear myself too well with these. I kind of have like a quick little setup here that I had to do on vacation. It's not my usual setup, so sorry if it sounded a little bit weird, but it's all good. It's all good, man. We're putting together things just like the UFC is putting together this little backyard brawl at the White House. So you know,
there you go.
Everyone has their little complications and stuff like that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Enjoy Freedom 250. All right, and you know what? We'll see at the fight. We'll see you at the White House backyard brawl at the White House.
Nice. South Lawn.